In my classes, I constantly hear people say they want to learn more about leadership. And if the person making that statement is part of the management team, I ask them, what are you leading towards? The word leadership implies you're leading towards something. What is that something? When your management team can't answer that question, that should be a huge red flag that there's a problem in the leadership of the organization. That red flag signifies a failure in executive level leadership. Hi, I'm Bob Wolverton. I'm the founder and CEO of Top Tier Leadership Training. We specialize in providing executive level leadership training to leaders of any and all organizations. When we come back after this short break, I'll introduce you to the concept of executive level leadership and how it differs from interpersonal leadership that we're all so familiar with. So stick around. Here's the important thing to know. Executive level leadership is a different type of leadership than what we normally see at the lower levels of an organization. Executive level leadership is where executives are engaged in sense making and direction setting for people they may never see face to face. Whereas interpersonal leadership, that's what most of us are familiar with, and it occurs at lower levels in the organization and usually involves face-to-face interaction and usually does not include creating the direction of the organization. The primary purpose of the strategic apex of an organization is to provide direction. Even in this inverted pyramid illustrating the concept of servant leadership, the primary purpose of the top executives is to keep mission and strategies clear. That's just a different way of saying provide direction. Based on statistics from the Small Business Administration, we know that 80% of all businesses that are created each year will fail within 5 years. And of those that survive, 80% of those will fail within the next 5 years. Why is that? Why are so many of these businesses failing? In most cases, it's because the people at or near the top of the organizational pyramid do not understand how their leadership role at or near the executive level is different than it was at the supervisory level, and it is completely different. The problem is there is not enough training on how these roles are different. That's where my company fills the gap. You know, personally, I have a very simple process that I use to determine if the executives of an organization understand their role in executive level leadership. It's a very simple process. I go to their website and I read their vision and mission statement. From that alone, I can tell if there are some red flags indicating the executives may not fully understand their role in executive level leadership. The vision and mission of an organization is critically important to the success of any organization. Yet I find it's also the most misunderstood component of an organization. I remember once when I was talking about the importance of vision and mission, an executive actually said to me, "Oh, vision and mission statements. I thought that was something you framed, put on the wall, and then went about your daily business. Just check the box and it's done." That executive did not understand the importance of vision and mission statements. Now I'm going to give you a jump start here by giving you some simple yet very powerful definitions of a vision statement and a mission statement. A vision statement is an aspirational statement of what the organization aspires to achieve or aspires to become as an organization. It's a forward-looking statement. It's looking towards the future of the organization and what the organization will become. Now, a mission statement is a public declaration of why you exist as an organization. These are some simple definitions, and it doesn't need to be more complex than this. Let me give you an example. Charity Water is a nonprofit organization. This is their mission statement. Remember, a mission statement is a public declaration of why you exist as an organization. We're a nonprofit organization bringing clean, safe drinking water to people in developing countries. This is a very succinct statement as to why they exist as an organization. Your mission statement doesn't have to be long and wordy. Matter of fact, the more succinct you can make it, the better. Now let's look at Charity Water's vision statement. The statement of what they aspire to become or aspire to achieve as an organization. We believe we can end the water crisis in our lifetime by ensuring that every person on the planet has access to life's most basic need, clean drinking water. That's a simple, clear description of what they aspire to accomplish as an organization. It's really that simple. Vision and mission statements don't have to be any more complex than that. So like I said, just by reading an organization's vision and mission statement, I can usually tell if there are some red flags indicating the executives may not fully understand their role in executive level leadership. Here's another test I use, and you can use it to decide if your organization needs help with understanding executive level leadership. I call it the top 5 priority test. Get your leadership team into a room, Your leadership team might be 3 people, 5 people, 7 people, or more, depending on the size of your organization. Give them each a pen and paper and ask them to list the top 5 priorities of your organization. Then have them compare their answers. Now, in your mind's eye, picture doing that exercise in real life. What percentage of your top managers are going to have the same 5 priorities listed? I can tell you from experience, the statistical probability of them having the same priorities listed is very, very low. And here's why I know that. In 2017, MIT reported on a survey of more than 10,000 managers across 400 organizations and asked them the same question. Now, as a measure of success, they said if 2/3 of the managers are on the same sheet of music, we'll call that a success, which is an interesting benchmark because in the academic world, if you get a 66% on your test, that's usually a failing grade. But okay, so in this case, the acceptable benchmark is 66%. How often did the survey show that 2/3 of the managers listed the same organizational priorities? Only 27% of the time. A 27% success rate, or conversely, a 73% failure rate. If your top managers do not all know what your top priorities are of your organization, that is a failure of executive level leadership. The managers are working with the best of intentions doing what they think they should be doing, but they're obviously not getting direction from the strategic apex if they don't list the same top 5 priorities, which means they're all rowing in a different direction and not achieving their fullest potential because they aren't getting the guidance that is a key function of executive level leadership. And if you just did that top 5 priority exercise in your mind's eye, and in your mind the results were not good, that is where my company can help. Our training is targeted for your executive team as well as your mid-managers and your rising stars who will eventually become your executives of tomorrow. In our executive level leadership seminars, we cover theories of motivation and how those relate to employee engagement, empowerment, and the organizational vision and mission. And let me tell you, when you learn how to tie together theories of motivation with your vision and mission statements, your employees will transform from, I don't make the rules, I only work here, to working for you with their blood, sweat, and tears. And what this means to you is the connection will breathe new life into your organization and your employees will be more committed than ever. Your absenteeism rate will decrease, your turnover rate will decrease, and your productivity will increase. We also teach you how to recognize and improve systems within your organization. Everything you do in your organization is a system, probably created by you. And if you don't recognize that now, you definitely will after the training. We take those systems and show you how to apply the concepts of Lean Six Sigma to make those systems more efficient. And what that means to you is this process will eliminate waste in your organization of both your human and capital resources and will also eliminate frustration for your employees. We also show you a step-by-step process on how to create a strategic plan. Your strategic plan should be a step-by-step guide on how you're going to make your vision statement a reality. In essence, how you're going to make your vision statement come true. Your strategic plan is where your organization's top priorities come from. And if you don't already have a strategic plan, there's a high statistical probability your management team will not pass my top 5 priorities test. And if your managers don't pass my test, what that means is there is a lack of direction from the strategic apex of your organization. That is a failure of executive level leadership. If you'd like to explore what my company can do for you and your organization, give me a call. I'm Bob Wolverton. I'm the founder and CEO of Top Tier Leadership Training. We specialize in teaching executive level leadership so organizations of all sizes can achieve phenomenal success. Call me or send me an email or visit my website, toptierleadershiptraining.com, and let's have a discussion to find out if our executive leadership program is right for your organization.